Over the past 2 months, the cost of living in Morocco has significantly increased, particularly the price of food. This has put a lot of financial strain on many Moroccan families, who are struggling to make ends meet. This rise in prices is a continuation of a trend that has been going on for the past 3 years. One example of the impact of rising prices is the cost of a kilogram of tomatoes. In 2018, the average price of tomatoes was around 4 dirhams per kilogram. Today, the price has more than doubled to around 10 dirhams per kilogram. This increase in the cost of basic necessities is making it harder for families to afford the essentials. The real cause of the problem is multifaceted. It includes global factors such as climate change, which has led to less predictable weather patterns and reduced crop yields. This, in turn, has impacted food prices worldwide. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted global supply chains, leading to shortages and higher prices. However, there are also domestic factors at play. For example, the Moroccan government has increased taxes on imported goods, including food. This has made imported goods more expensive for consumers. Moreover, there is a lack of transparency in the food supply chain, which has led to price gouging by middlemen. To address the issue, the government has taken some steps such as subsidizing certain food items and increasing minimum wage. However, many believe that more needs to be done. The government needs to focus on improving the local food supply chain and reducing reliance on imports. There is also a need for greater transparency and regulation in the food market to prevent price gouging. Moroccan citizens can also play their part in addressing the issue. By supporting local farmers and businesses, they can help build a more resilient and sustainable food system. Additionally, by adopting more sustainable lifestyle habits such as reducing waste, they can reduce the demand for products that contribute to climate change. In conclusion, the problem of rising costs of living, particularly the price of food, is a complex issue with no easy solutions. While there are some steps that the government can take, ultimately, it requires a collective effort from citizens and government alike to build a more sustainable and equitable future for all Moroccans. Here are some solutions that the Moroccan government could consider implementing to help alleviate the financial strain on Moroccan families. Increase subsidies for essential goods. The government could increase subsidies for essential goods such as food and medicine to help reduce the financial burden on families. Implement price controls. The government could regulate the prices of essential goods to prevent price gouging by middlemen and ensure that prices remain affordable for consumers. Increase transparency in the food supply chain. The government could improve transparency in the food supply chain to prevent price manipulation by middlemen and ensure that prices remain fair. Invest in local agriculture. The government could invest in local agriculture to improve food security and reduce dependence on imported goods. This could include providing incentives for farmers to adopt sustainable farming practices and improving access to markets for small-scale farmers. Reduce taxes on essential goods. The government could reduce taxes on essential goods such as food and medicine to make them more affordable for consumers. Unfortunately, some people believe that the government has not done enough to address the issue of rising costs of living in Morocco. For example, they have criticized the government for not doing enough to address corruption and lack of transparency in the food supply chain.